Who is the richest person on Earth? According to Forbes' World's Billionaire list of 2024, the title goes to Bernard Arnault, the owner of Louis Vuitton, with a net worth of $233 billion. Close behind him is Elon Musk, the visionary behind SpaceX and Tesla, with $195 billion. And then there's Jeff Bezos, the founder of Amazon, with $194 billion. These titans of industry dominate today's world. But what if I told you there's someone whose wealth makes theirs look modest? Buckle up, because our journey takes us back to the 14th century, to the golden sands of the Sahara Desert, to the ancient and prosperous empire of Mali. Here lived a man whose riches surpassed those of any modern billionaire. His name was Mansa Musa. Mansa Musa, whose real name was Musa, held the title Mansa, meaning emperor or sultan. Born around 1280 AD, Musa's rise to power was unexpected. His predecessor, Abu Bakr II, known as the Voyager King, embarked on an ambitious expedition across the Atlantic Ocean with thousands of ships seeking new lands and riches, but neither he nor his fleet ever returned. What happened to them remains a mystery, a story for another time. And so, in the Mali Empire, Musa became the leader. But he didn't just take over, he transformed the Mali Empire. Musa expanded the empire's borders, making it one of the richest and most powerful kingdoms of its time. Mali's vast wealth came from its abundant gold and salt reserves. So much so that approximately half of all the gold in the old world, that's Europe, Africa and Asia, came from just 3 gold mines in Mali. While the value of gold is no surprise, salt was also incredibly valuable. In many parts of 14th century Africa, salt was literally worth its weight in gold. Essential for the human diet, salt also made bland food palatable and preserved food in an age before refrigeration. To understand the magnitude of Mansa Musa's wealth, consider this. The new emperor was a devout Muslim, and like today, it was his solemn duty to undertake the Hajj at least once in his lifetime. When Mansa Musa decided it was time to go to Mecca in 1324, his pilgrimage was unlike anything the world had ever seen. Imagine a caravan that included 60,000 men and women, 100 elephants and 80 camels, with 500 highly trained warriors as personal guards, and enough food, water and animals to sustain everyone for the journey. This 2,700-mile pilgrimage was essentially a movable city, but what made this journey truly remarkable was the 21,000 kilograms of solid gold that Musa carried. This immense treasure was managed by 12,000 slaves, each carrying almost 2 kilos of solid gold. Along with the bullion, Musa brought thousands of kilos of gold dust, which was used as currency throughout his kingdom. The tens of thousands of people, hundreds of animals, and unimaginable quantities of gold made Mansa Musa's journey an unparalleled display of wealth. You might wonder, why would he carry so much gold? Was it to show off, or to ensure that people talked about his journey even 700 years later? In reality, this extravagant show of riches had a deeper purpose. Another pillar of Islam is zakat, or giving alms to charitable causes. Mansa Musa hadn't brought all this gold for himself. He was planning to give it away. Like all of it, his generosity was so immense that it crashed the gold market across North Africa and the Western Arabian Peninsula, causing a decade-long recession. He generously distributed his wealth along the way, giving gold to the poor, funding mosques, and trading gold dust. Every Friday during the pilgrimage, no matter where he found himself, he had a mosque built. Considering the trip took almost 2 years, that's a lot of mosques. When Mansa Musa returned home, he continued his philanthropic efforts, building mosques and educational institutions in many cities. But Timbuktu was where he focused most of his attention. He transformed Timbuktu into a major centre for trade, culture, religion and learning. The Jingueriba Mosque, funded with 200 kilograms of solid gold, still stands today and is part of Timbuktu University, which at its peak had 25,000 students and a library of 1 million books. Modern estimates place Mansa Musa's net worth at over $400 billion, dwarfing the fortunes of today's billionaires. His wealth wasn't just in gold, but also in the vast lands and resources he controlled, making his riches incomparable. Could anyone today surpass Mansa Musa's wealth? It's unlikely. While Jeff Bezos might become the world's first trillionaire, his fortune is tied to market fluctuations. Mansa Musa's wealth was grounded in tangible assets, making his riches unparalleled. His wealth was, to all intents and purposes, limitless. He could do whatever he wanted whenever he felt like it. Luckily, what he most often wanted to do was give his wealth away to improve the lives of others. If you found this journey through the peaks of human wealth fascinating, hit the share button and let others uncover the incredible tales of the richest people in history. Imagine the riches, the power, and the legacies left behind. Until next time, keep dreaming big.